it's about particular social groups and Nexus. Mr. Espinoza-Ochoa he's from Guatemala, and there were cattle thieves. They stole two of his cows, and he was not going to have that, and so he kind of chased them down, and he called the police, and the police arrived, and the police kind of realized that these thieves are probably big time gang people, and even at the police station, the cops like, "You sure? You sure you want to do this?" And it leads to him having to flee all around Guatemala and eventually to America. And the immigration judge believed him in his asylum case. It's credible, but
Mhm.
found it wasn't, all these death threats and all. It's not on the count of the right reasons. No nexus. It's because, general criminal activity in the form of cattle thievery. But not only that, the attorney defined the particular social group as it involved being at risk because you've reported criminal contact. And so the threat of persecution was in the definition of the particular social group. Maybe not the best thing to do. It's called a circular definition. The board has been chopping those down for years, that a particular social group can't be defined by the harm. It can't, for example, be people at risk of persecution. That's too circular.
Yeah.
But the First Circuit here is saying that is not necessarily true. And this is coming from matter of MEVG itself from the board, which is a seminal particular social group nexus case out of the board. Quote, the shared trait of persecution does not disqualify an otherwise valid social group, end quote. And that's important because immigration judges and I suppose USCIS do often jump to that and say, nope, you've got persecution or the
Yeah.
risk of harm in the title can't be valid. And that's not true. It requires a societal view. Sometimes a risk of persecution can be what makes a group vulnerable.
Yeah.
Um, it could be the catalyst, as the First Circuit puts it. So this case, Espinoza-Ochoa, is great. And by the way, it's well established to the First Circuit that landowners can be a valid particular social group
Hmm.
as well. And it doesn't matter that these gang cattle thieves might have been motivated by revenge. The one central reason for asylum, it could also be for the stated reason. Mixed motive cases are valid. This stuff is complicated, is really the point. It requires this nuanced analysis, a look into how a society views a group, quite frankly, and unfortunately, it often requires experts and lots of country condition evidence. But there aren't clear lines, is what the First Circuit's trying to say.
Hmm.
And this was an interesting example on kind of how all of this can play out.